Hi, it's Kevin Wright here, and on this week's video we're going to be looking at the holding company structures that are recommended by accountants in some cases. If you want to learn why there's a big sting in the tail when you try and implement these tax structures, watch the full video. Hi, so holding companies sound a great wheeze, don't they? Accountants are fond of recommending them, see that quite often. So you get a holding company and then you have, two or more subsidiaries that sit underneath it, and in one or maybe more than one of these you use to hold your properties, which you then rent out. Accountants tell you it's a great way to reduce tax. Now, sting in the tail, is there one? Yes, there is. Lenders hate holding company structures. Why, you might ask? They can't control what the holding company does with the funds of each company. So let me be more specific about this and elaborate on exactly what lenders are fearful of. You have company A, and company A is where you own your properties and you pay your mortgages and everything is fine. But you've also got company B. Now at some point, let's say company B gets into a bit of financial difficulty, and as the holding company owner, you see that the solution, at least for the short term, is to suck some of the money out of company A and dump it in company B to keep it afloat. If you're sucking money out of company A, then that means that there's a probability, or at least a possibility, that it'll actually be unable to pay the mortgage. So the mortgage lender is now sitting in with properties that are in arrears, and now they've got a problem on their hands. That's the issue that mortgage lenders see. That makes them very reluctant to lend to any company where there's this holding company structure. So it might be great as far as saving tax, but actually the other side of the coin is that you're going to give away a significant chunk, and perhaps even all of the tax saving you made in higher lending costs. I would say think very carefully before you consider implementing this type of tax efficient structure. Check it out with a good broker, we might know one, and check out what the mortgage cost is. No point saving £5,000 on tax to then spend £6,000 on additional mortgage costs. Any tax advice in this context is always a two-sided coin. How much tax will you save, plus how much extra mortgage costs will you incur? So always get both sets of advice, so you've got both sides of the coins equally represented, and if you can save money overall, then by all means do it. So if you've liked this tip and you haven't already subscribed, then just click the little box here that says subscribe. You'll be notified every week when these videos come out. Click like, and if you want to leave a comment, please do, and then I'll pick it up and I'll answer it. So that's this week's little handy tip. Catch you next week.